Just wrapped up mowing all the way down past the barn. Quite a few acres. Takes a minute. Hi, Bar. Well, hi, Betty. See if we can find that chicken killer. I know I shot him the other night. Oh, there he is. Son of a bitch. Gotcha. Some water for the chicks. Get unloaded for rehearsal. That's the drill every time. What's up? Chickens got water, shower time. I hear the garage door. Yahoos are back. What do you need help with?
I need help with working my Nintendo Switch.
Nice.
And I need help with my Nintendo. Switch. Oh.
Why Max first?
Because he was being bad.
You were being bad?
Sorry.
Let's take... Okay, you're first. Shower. Go. Hi, Rome. Come on, ladies. I got stuff to do. Let's go. Let's go. Inside. Come on, everybody. Come on. Rome. Get in there. Okay. Kids are down. Chickens are down. It's 9:30 p.m. I gotta leave for work at 10 to 5. Time to set up drums. So what we have is a mid-90s Pearl Masters kit that I ordered from a local drum shop that's still around called Rip Music. The original kit that I ordered in the 90s was the 26x16 kick drum. That was made at the custom shop in Japan because the 26 wasn't part of their deal at that point. So at the time I ordered a 16 by 26 Birch, a 13 Birch tom, and an 18 Birch floor tom. And that was the original kit, and of course a matching Maple Master snare in this kind of translucent black finish. It's still great, and they sound better than ever. And for a long time I was kind of on the hunt for a 12-inch and a 16-inch to kind of, I was always looking for a 12-inch maple. Well, for quite a while I have a 63 Rogers Holiday kit, a maple kit. And for quite a while I was playing the 12-inch Rogers Holiday tom with the bread and butter lugs and the 16-inch floor tom. So that was kind of the kit for a while. So I was always on the lookout for a matching tom and floor tom. So somehow one day on eBay I actually found probably a late 90s 12-inch maple and a similar vintage mid-90s 16 by 14 maple floor tom. Actually it was a tom with this kind of pearl unimount, and I ordered floor tom legs and put floor tom legs on it to make it into floor tom, and I really love this combo. And we kind of go through in the Rockit King, and in the studio we kind of cycle through quite a few snare drums. I would say the main snare drum for the Rockit King Road kit is the matching maple snare with the reinforcement hoops. So it's like a 4-ply with reinforcement hoops. And then there's a bronze snare that we go to quite a bit live and in the studio. And then for whatever reason right now I've got this Kapoor snare with reference lugs on it that we've been using. We actually used this on No Matter What on the new record, Fourth Turning. And interestingly, in this time around in the studio, Kenny actually played, we discarded the 12-inch tom and put the 16-inch floor tom there. So the kit was essentially, for most of the album, was the Pearl Masters snare, 16-inch maple floor tom, 18-inch Birch floor tom, the Beast 16 by 26 Birch kick, and then for a couple of songs we used the bronze Pearl Sensitone, and those would have been West Side Blues and Between the Lines, and for the, like I said, the ballad, we used the Kapoor snare, which was sounded real luscious that day. You never know. Cymbal wise, we're real lucky to have our buddy Chris Stanky over at Sabian take care of us. And Kenny and I both kind of lean towards, for crashes, the HHX explosions and the AAX explosions. Usually 19 by the hi-hat, 18s by the floors. There's a 22-inch rock ride. You know, we were kind of pining for Pasty 2002 ride cymbal forever. We've gone through several incarnations of ride cymbals over time. A lot of Ks, but we finally got that Pasty, and literally the week that Pasty, you know, we were all hip about it, this HH rock ride showed up from Sabian, and it blew. It's the best ride cymbal ever, as far as I'm concerned. It's the most usable. It's just killer. And then for a long time, my go-to hi-hats were 15-inch quick beat bottoms and AAX tops. AAX accelerator hat tops, I think. And they were pretty tough to beat in the studio. That combination of Zildjian quick beat bottoms, like the flat hi-hat with the holes, and it was always 15s. I can't stand small hi-hats. I think they're the worst. And I think that little hi-hat, high-pitched hi-hats ruin records. It's the one thing that'll ruin a record for me every time. But somewhere along the way, I think Kenny talked to Stanky over at Sabian about getting some 16-inch hats, and they came out with these 16-inch explosion hats, and they're just the best damn hi-hats I've ever heard. So that's pretty much the kit. I've always had a predilection for Japanese drums. There's something to the, especially Pearl, my ears are attuned to, but definitely the Yamahas and the Tamas. I don't know exactly what it is that I find appealing, but I'll be damned if you don't pull them out of the cases every time and they sound like $1 million. They hit hard, they're punchy. I think there's something to the 12-inch maple tom, and there's probably something to the 26 kick. Floor toms are so big, the 26 kick being Birch. Floor toms are so big, I'm not sure that it necessarily matters. It's we're 12, 16, 18, 26. So that's essentially a tour of our of what has morphed into the Rockit King Road Kit. Just sturdy as the day is long and always in tune. Everything's got Aquarian heads, typically, unless we can't find them. The Super 2 with the Studio X ring is my preferred batter head, and the classic clears on the bottoms. But like this tom is sounding really good lately with Super 2 without the Studio X ring. And snare heads, it's kind of a mixed bag. Whatever you can find that day. I prefer single ply snare heads, but there's times in certain rooms where coated CS heads sound great. So it's nice to keep an Ambassador on one, an Aquarian on another, a CS coated on another, and that way you get into a weird room or something. Snare drums and ride cymbals. We have a Constantinople ride that in some rooms, on some, when you're recording, in some rooms that thing sounds like $1 million. In other rooms, it sounds terrible. So Rockit King typically leans towards the things that always work. You don't necessarily need specialty items that work once in a while. But when you're in the studio and you need to mix something up from tune to tune, that's what that other stuff's for. Other snares, other rides, those kind of things. So that's it. That's the Rockit King Road Kit for probably over a decade now. But again, it's mostly a mid-90s Pearl Masters kit that I ordered, I don't know, 95 or 96, something like that. Sounding good. So what we have is early 90s, mid-90s. We hit it again.
What?
I wasn't ready.
Bloopers?
Yeah. my even on the drum set and stuff.
Yep.